Good evening, everyone. How are we doing? I am the asset, and I am in containment. I'm actually going to take my headphones off. I don't really need to listen to the music. Keep my voice down because it's late at night and people are trying to sleep. So I figured actually do a bit of painting late at night. So hello Mr. Greggs. He says if you read this I'm not here, but I'm just saying hi, so hi Jack, I'll be here next time. Thank you. Gary5 says what is this? Well, we're carrying on with visiting Dino-Defenders. The UK embraces the coronavirus. Figured I would do a bit of painting, and if anyone's about, they can watch. And hopefully my voice is coming through okay. I might actually sit even closer. Good evening, Oscar. Right. Hope you're keeping safe and well. Yeah, well, because I work as a caretaker outside of YouTube and the other business that I get up to, I'm quite clean, as you can imagine. So today because our building we work in has been basically closed to the public, I can now go into the building on my own, so still self-quarantined, and deep clean the building with the other caretakers, but we do it like only one person in the building at the time. So I've got to go in on Sunday to do some cleaning as well. Yay, Rayleigh Ross. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen you. Welcome. Just let me know in the chat if my voice is coming through okay. Because, like I said, I'm trying to keep my voice down a little bit, so... As some people are trying to sleep in the other room. I figured it'd be really good. Your voice is perfect. Well, yeah, cheers for that. Glad I'm coming through okay. Is your lady asleep right now, says Oscar. Yes, yeah. Well, at least I hope she's asleep by now. I did give it an hour. 1 hour I thought that'll be a good enough time. She's had a heck of a day today because she was preparing for an event at her work, and then the government basically announced that places like where she works are going to be shut, so she just sort of dropped her tools and went, well, I'm having a bath. And then I came home from work and had to go into the decompression chamber, which is my nickname for the shower, and I had to get decompressed and cleaned, And so I said, like, the best way for us to get through this and not contract it even at home, because I'm still leaving the house where she's fully in lockdown because she's pregnant, I could stay up and do some painting and stuff and be more productive, considering that work has now just basically taken a punch to the gut. Unreal. So hey, we've still got Dino-Defenders, that's the main thing, right? I'm just working on this background. Now this shot is going to have this helicopter in it, like this. Yo, you're going to be a dada, says Gary Pfeiffer? That I am. In unprecedented times. Definitely going to be a funny story to tell the little one. When they fully understand and comprehend what's going on right now. You'll be like, why did you name me Corona? Why is my name COVID-19? That's the Dunkirk spirit, says Oscar Staten. Yeah, exactly. I think because I'm quite clean in my work, I think I'm limiting the chances of catching it myself. But thank God for the internet, right? Because that means I can do stuff like this. Hey, I'm going to have a lot more time now. I mean, I still can go into work, but the hours are not good because everything's cancelled. So it's like, hey, at least I've got Dino-Defenders. At least that's not a job that's gone anywhere. Thanks to my patrons. Oh my god. The little group of patrons who are helping me out. Thank you for not scarpering just yet. Oh my goodness. But I wouldn't blame you if you wanted to save your money. So this background's going to be blurred anyway, so it's like... I think now what I'm going to do is the lighting. Oh, not on that one. This layer. Gradient overlay. Let's do... just turn myself up a little bit. Voice-wise. She needs to be darker than that, I think. That's more like it. I'm just going to change the lighting here. I actually up the lighting on that section. Give it that 3D look. What's the soundtrack we've got in the background, says Oscar Staten. I believe it's the Overwatch soundtrack. Is that what I put on? Yeah. Actually, if I convert that into a smart object, then what I can do is add trees. Simply by using the push tool, which is like the little finger symbol. Just push the colour back in, add some more depth to this forest. Nice, haven't played Overwatch, but it sounds pretty epic. Yeah, I play Overwatch quite often. I haven't done in a while. I say quite often. I haven't done it in a while though. Been far too busy with this. You know, I will say this actually. Oh, hello, never not so clever at this. He says, Guten Morgen, Herr Jack. Guten Morgen. Yo, Cretaceous the Hunted, it says good evening. So we've got a good morning and a good evening. Now I'm actually going to up the lighting on that back layer. Yeah, make it a little bit more like that. Maybe even change the colour. Yeah, that's better. Might even darken these tree branches. Gary Five said, would you rather go for a Call of Duty Modern Warfare background or something Christmas time? Just gaming you. Something Christmas time. I do have something Christmas time that I always play in the background of streams, which is the Polar Express soundtrack. PlayStation 2. Love that soundtrack. I'd like to stream that game one day. Okay, so now merge those layers. I'm actually gonna get a grey colour, and we're gonna do wires. Might be a little bit thicker than that. Get some thick wires. Is the lower half of the tower shot from last time? Is this the lower half of the tower shot from last time? No. I'll say that much. Oh wait, I've just realised I've done this wrong. Meant to go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. like this, fourth one, and then do cross like this. That's better. Like I said, it's going to be blurred anyway, so... like so. So let me get the blur tool. And then I'm also going to duplicate that layer and add a gradient overlay on it. Like so, and we can get this. Oop, not that dark though. Want it to be lighter. Okay, and we're gonna actually rub out some of this foreground. No, not that. Rub it out, Jack, not blur it more. Merge those, and then we're going to change the contrast. That looks pretty good. And got me a buffer circle, but no buffers, says Gary Pfeiffer. Just refresh the page, because according to my end on things, I'm coming through okay. So, must be on your end. They just yeah, refresh the page. Okay, so what I'm now going to do is add a shadow maybe under the helicopter. Just to give it that proper effect. Okay, now I'm going to merge these layers. Now we've got one decent background. What else was I going to do? Oh yeah, the plant life down here looks a bit funky, so I'm going to draw some. Let's just add a bit of lighting on this. I might just blur this a little bit anyway. And some more specks in here. And then blur it. A little dab of blur. Okay, so I think we're actually now ready to put in some characters. So let's open up the character sheet. I want Kate, so where are we looking? This character sheet. We want Kate, who's down here. This one. I have to find her in this ridiculously long character layers. Kate color, Kate walkway. There it is. So I'm going to move this layer up like this, and then I'm just going to put her like that. And now this is the fun part, trying to work out the character, facial expressions and all that. I've lost a brush. I've actually lost a brush. Why can't I find this certain brush? Okay, where's this brush gone? Because of the size? No. That can't be it. Hey, what's going on here? I don't know if I should love Kate. I have a new animation crush right now. There's Gary. Yo, Titan of Serpents. I've lost a brush. Why? Why can't I find this brush? I'm wondering if I have to restart. If I have to restart Photoshop, let me save this and close it. Do it again. Okay, so Photoshop's closed. I've also noticed that half the chat goes off the bloomin' screen. Let me fix that. How do you lose a digital brush? I know, right? Somehow I have. It's literally gone. I don't know how... What? Let's see if I can actually... No. How weird. Has anyone been having slow internet lately, says Oscar. Not really on my end, but at the same time, you might be experiencing it because internet has traffic, and when loads and loads and loads of people are using the internet basically slows down. So right now, if my neighbours were up at, it's now about to turn midnight, if they're using the internet, I'm doing streaming, I'm coming through okay, so that makes me think not many people in my area are using the internet any more than normal. Okay, so for some odd reason, I have lost a brush. I don't know how. I don't know how. I was just seeing for a second if I can actually... I'm just going to turn chat off for a second. I'm just having a quick look. Just trying to see if I can find it. I use this brush all the time. Oh, it might just be the caps lock key. Okay, maybe it's the caps lock key. No. This is frustrating. Looks like there's a brush icon in the top left. Okay. I honestly have no idea. I can carry on without it, but it's just like, that's really annoying. And I'm seeing on the internet here, there's some people saying it's something to do with caps lock key. Let me close that again. Again. Yeah, I'm on Photoshop. What'd you do with my brush? What'd you do with my brush, man? No, whatever, I'm just going to continue without it. What a weird thing to happen. Where are we looking? There you are. You guys are back now. Just have to continue without. Ah, wait. Maybe I've just fixed it. Oh no, that's just changed that. Okay. Just take you off for a second again. Sorry, guys. When I learned Megaraptor was not a dromaeosaur, I thought Megaraptor was its own clade of theropods. Only recently did I come across info that it was related to the Allosaurus. Exactly. That's why I like it. A different beast altogether. But it's got rapture in the name. Sorry, just doing a bit of reading and research. I just thought of that as a crazy line for Jess. Could you do it? Maybe, yeah. That would be quite good to make that clarification, wouldn't it? Just see if it needs updating. Go shop. Oh no. In every single. Yeah, it is. Well, it could be worse. Let's bring this back. I'm not going to be able to fix it now for definite, so let's get you guys back in the show. But blimmo, there you are. The Lost Brush starring Jack Ewens. Where are we looking? Alright, let's do this. Make a new layer, and we'll call it Cape Lines. Hey, the brushes are back now. What the hell? What the hell? This is the brush I was looking for. Are you ready for it? So you can do a streak like that. It's like if I push down really hard with my pen, it creates a block like this, but if I like slowly release the pressure as I go, you can see it actually has a sketching effect. That's the one I was looking for. Why did it just come back when I made a new layer? Oh my god. Everyone says, yay! Yay! I found a brush! What? That was so weird. Something about creating a new layer? Something to do with this layer? Does this layer remove the brush? No? Now I can draw on that layer. Oh well. Now I have to draw a straight line. So happy I managed to find that brush again. Oh my god. See, that's why I like this brush, just doing lines like that, where you just do really quick zips. Okay, so we're gonna try and I think she's got her like arms crossed. There's a laptop in her hand. Like so. Ah, why can't I get this? Thank God. Yeah, that'll do. Nah, that doesn't look good. Trying to do it like a that, but she'd be holding on to the thing. It's kind of awkward. Yeah. You'd be annoyed. Angry Kate is angry. That she is. Who is she, brunette Dr. Evil? Dr. Evil. Come on, Mini-Me. It's time to freeze. Aren't there? Bye-byes now. It's funny, I actually watched Austin Powers the other day, the first one. That's a funny movie. So stupid. Hello, Austin. Ah, exhibition. What was it? No, not exhibition. What is that? What's he called again? Exposition, that's it. Exhibition. Hello, Austin. Brr. Exposition. That's his name, isn't it? Basil Exposition. might actually post that I'm live on social media. You can't keep forgetting to promote yourself. Well, you have to in this day and age now. All systems go. Stuck inside. What are you gonna do? Might as well see if people will chime in more. They know I'm live. What was I going to do? Oh yeah, just change this line. Because I've actually got some like spare time on my hands now. Thinking of recording a Pterodome episode. I haven't made one of those in a while. Not since the top 10 Jurassic Park posters video, which was fun to do. Yo, Red Hood. He says something chaos, Dr. Malcolm. You know, the first time I read the Lost World novel, I thought raptors killed Diego, because I'm pretty sure it said something like a large clawed foot came down. Yeah. How's it going, Chat and Jack? Things are going, well, things aren't going. The country's shutting everything. I figured, I'll stream, what else am I going to do? But no, I'm doing good, aside from that. something dark side. I feel you, man. I went to Sam's Club earlier. It wasn't chaotic, but the aura just feels morbid. I assumed it was raptors because it said clawed. Yeah, I can see how you made that mistake. Funny though, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna do a late night stream and I'll do it in my dressing gown. Because I'm in my PJs right now, ready for bed. And then I was like, actually, I'm gonna jump on the computer, do a bit of painting, because I can't wait to show you guys episode 3. It's So here's a bit of inside information on Dino-Defenders. When I was releasing episode 1, I had a prediction on on how I think it would be received, and my prediction thus far is pretty close to what's happened. So I figured the first episode would be really popular when it first launched, and it was. I mean, it might not be for like not up there in like millions or anything, but in terms of its sort of like original content, it did pretty well. And I predicted that episode 2 wouldn't do as well, but it would, slowly creep up, which is what's happening. But my prediction for episode 3 was, I think episode 3 is going to be the most popular. Now I don't know how the scale of that, but I think it is going to be the one that makes people go, hey, this is pretty fun. Or at least I hope that's their reaction. Never not so clever at this as brunette in a lab coat with a beauty mug, total waifu material. Never not so clever at this as YouTube doesn't play nice with artists. They want quick turnaround, especially at a bump in views when you've got 5 episodes up. Yeah, that's what, well, I'm not thinking about episode 5 just yet. Well, I mean, that would be a lie. I haven't intricately planned out episode 5, but I know what's got to be in it. Episode 4 is going to be like, oh god. That might take longer to come out than episode 3. But the thing is, like, episode 1 took 2 years. You can go on my channel and find a video when I was really early. When I first put up the teaser, I think it took me like 2 years or something, just under 2 years to do episode 1. That was when I was learning how I was going to do this series. And episode 2, I started work on that in February, and then it was out by October. So hopefully the timescale on these are going to be good. You say YouTube doesn't play nice with artists. It's like, well, I mean, it's how you use it. Like, YouTube's the tool, and obviously it shifts and changes and does God knows what else with its algorithm, which can be really annoying. But that said, like, you can do options like what I'm doing right now, where I'm live streaming. I mean, I'm not pulling in big numbers or anything like that. But you can still make content while you're working on, the main episodes. Yeah, I like the camo Carnotaurus 2 tie-in. Titan of Serpents. But welcome to this late night stream. I hope my voice is not drowned out by music too much. Okay, so I actually need to open up a different frame. On here. Put the lines that, and I also just want to grab the colour from her top. Never not so clever at this says, I got my ancestral employee card today. I feel special. Well, congratulations. I hope your job is not affected by this whole virus thing. This goddamn coronavirus. Messing up our plans. Okay, so what I might do now, actually, add more, or I forget. On her teeth, I need to do her teeth too. I heard your theory that the Baryonyx from Fallen Kingdom is one of the old clones, and I think that's a pretty interesting theory. It's just an idea I like to float around in my head. Again, not officially licensed by Universal, just might I add. It's just something I like to think about in my spare time. Okay, so let's start changing the lines. Colours. Oh, really missed a bit. I like the baryonyx design by which they made the iconic claw bigger. They didn't make sort of use of it, did they? Would have been nice to see it using its claw for something. It's like surgery. Carefully does it. I'm still hoping for my Dino Croc Jurassic Park crossover, not before the Twister Face Off JP crossover. Oh god, what happened to your mouth? I'll fix that. The mouth. Need some gnashers. We need Nick Cage in a dinosaur movie. Now there's your Dr. Levine. That'd be hilarious. You can see her tongue. That's a good colour for a tongue. Yeah. No, she looks kind of disgusted. Actually, I think it looked better without the tongue. I'm doing these lines. We need more teeth. Yeah. Don't know if you'll see any of the stickers there, but she's angry. Yes, she is. Now, I'm going to have to do something super secret in a minute. And then I will continue painting. I have to block Photoshop from your vision for a second in a minute. So I can import an asset that contains spoilers and make sure that you don't see it while I get the piece I need. That's how exciting things get around here. Redhood says, "Oh no, not the Dimorphodons, not the Dimorphodons!" Ah! Nicolas Cage. Too. Oh wait, how would he say? "Oh no, not the Dimorphodons, not the Dimorphodons!" Okay, so what we're going to do now is merge those layers. They're actually on the same layer. I can just delete this version of Kate bit. Too big. Smaller. The white reflection in her eye means she's not the thing, so it's never not so clever at this. It means she's human. Reshape the eyes. Redhead says, I need someone to make a special edition of every Nick Cage movie add dinosaurs to it. National treasure, but instead of stealing the Declaration of Independence, he steals Sue the Tyrannosaur. Oh, I'm going to say something a bit controversial here. I don't know how controversial it will be. But me and Emma the other night, we started watching National Treasure. I've never seen it. And we turned it off after about 15 minutes. We weren't really enjoying it. We were like, yeah, this film's a bit naff. And I know that's a controversial thing to say because those films are so universally loved. But we were like, yeah, are they that good? I don't know. I couldn't even get through the first 20 minutes of the first one. Clearly the most controversial thing I've ever heard on your YouTube. Doesn't get enjoyable until the second half is meant to be discovered midway on cable. Well, if that's the point, they should make a better first half to keep you interested. Maybe I will return to it one day soon, but I'm too busy. But, oh, I don't know, maybe if I one day stick it out. Redhead23 says, I will always cherish those early 2000s Disney live action movies. Oh no, it's not about the early 2000s. It's about the late 2000 Disney movies. Like, what I have right here at my disposal. Here is the ultimate Disney trilogy. Are you ready for this? Here is the ultimate Disney trilogy. It begins, film number 1, Tron Legacy. Right, there you go. Straight away, right out the bat. Brilliant movie. Film number 2 in this trilogy, John Carter. Had a really good movie. Solidly well made. Barely anything to complain about with that film. Barely anything. And then the third film in this trilogy, The Lone Ranger. That's Disney's ultimate trilogy. Right there. I even have it as a trilogy on my shelf. In the words of Peter Ludlow, let's carry on. Everyone, up. Up, up. Come on guys, let's get the hell out of here. John Carter was better than it deserved to be, yeah. Well, no, I don't know. Because the original book was so inspiring for a lot of most of the stuff that people enjoy today, namely Star Wars. But it's like, probably did deserve to be made that good And Disney should have known what they had. And instead of taking Star Wars in the direction they did, they should have focused on John Carter. They had a solid first movie there, like really well made. You know what, I think I'm fiddling too much with this picture. A slight, bring her eye up slightly. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Well, now I want to watch John Carter because I haven't seen it before, so it's Titan of Serpents. Oh, you should, man. You should definitely watch it. It's funny because this was, when did it come out? 2013, I think. Let me have a look. Don't think it's going to say on here. Oh yes, it does. 2012. It came out in 2012. And even on the front cover, it says, I don't know if you can see this, it says Star Wars for a New Generation. And that's what it should have been. Instead of remaking A New Hope in Force Awakens and, you know, then making those other Star Wars films, you should have stuck to this. This was an original property. I mean, based on a book series, but the book series is directly inspired things like Flash Gordon and Sinbad and eventually Star Wars. You might watch John Carter. If you didn't know like where it came from, you might watch John Carter and go, yeah, this is a tired film because I've seen everything in here before in other movies. But the irony of that is those other movies got the ideas for what they show from John Carter or from the original book, The Princess of Mars. And it took 100 years for them to make a movie of John Carter, and that's it. That's all we've got. And the movie's so well made, and it's like, why? Not that I think, you know, it's kind of nice that it didn't get milked, but at the same time, it's like he had a whole trilogy planned based on the books, and it would have been nice to have seen what they would have done had the first film been received really well. But I think they pushed the release date from June to March. They pushed it forward, if I remember correctly. That damaged box office sales, so it ended up being a massive net loss for Disney. Like, it really flopped. And critically it was kind of like mediocre. But it's underrated. It really is. I think, if I remember correctly, like Empire magazine, the film magazine, gave it like 3 out of 5, and it's like, look, I would give it a 5 out of 5 in terms of execution. You know, for that kind of material. However, if like I could settle for a 4 out of 5. I think that's like, you know, compromise. You don't think it's a classic like Casablanca or something. It's, you know, which is like a classic movie. It's like, fair enough, but 4 out of 5 would work. I also think The Lone Ranger was supposed to be a trilogy too. There's never not so clever this. And Tron Legacy was meant to get sequels, but those 3 films, they just all didn't make Disney happy. But that's why they're good. It's because they're good movies. And they make The Force Awakens and it's like, it's just a remake of A New Hope. Like, out and out, that's just a remake of A New Hope. The core story. Obviously there's some differences, but the actual core story is just a remake of A New Hope. And they don't even provide you context for it. Like, they don't even explain like where the First Order came from. Like, how did they manage to rise up from the ashes of the Empire? They're just there. And that's it. It's like, oh, for God's sake. Whereas like John Carter definitely has a history, it has mythology, like, oh my god. But yeah, you might watch it and be like, I've seen all of this before. And it's like, you have seen it all before, but this is where it comes from. Yeah, Gary, I didn't like The Force Awakens at all. That was not my cup of tea. But this is my cup of tea. Made of thermos. My voice is getting a little bit cranky. Not from the coronavirus, but from being up late and trying to be quiet. Piping hot. Oh my god, that's really steamy. Never not so clever at this. There is a woman with a leg gun in The Lone Ranger. Played by Helen Bonham Carter, obviously, because Johnny Depp's in the movie. I want to make her glasses kind of angled funny because it's going to look like she's sort of losing them a bit. She's not in the film that much. Like Helen Bonham Carter, she's only in the film for a little bit. But she's not that bad. It's not the worst thing. Plays it fine. Lone Ranger, it's, oh my god, the crafting of that story is so well done. You flush her cheeks a little bit so she's all angry. Not that angry. Oh my god. Funny. Maybe not that angry as well. Okay, that'll do. And now, delete this case. No, I liked that was before. Okay, now let's just change the lighting. Pretend to Yuma is a good film as well, yeah. Maybe throw a Zorro movie in there. God, I haven't watched those Zorro movies in ages. Never really got into them, I don't think. I've never really been a Zorro guy. Lone Ranger versus Zorro, Dawn of Justice. Okay, so she looks good. Let me save that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to remove Photoshop from your vision for a second. It will be back while I look for a spoiler. Okay, you can look now. There we go. Look at the reflection in his eyes. Actually, it needs to be angled. We're going to do a similar thing now. So angry or blushy? Definitely angry. What? Okay, so now let's do the boots. Change the brush size. That's a bit too big. That's better. I could change the size of this as well. Better save my progress and get the colour on now. Okay, that's better. Now, let's put some more colour on. Doobie-doo-doo-doo. Colour in his jeans. Colour in your dreams. The magical Pterodome painting sesh. Get to see him paint some legs on a person who's being loaded into a helicopter for unknown reasons. What happened, you'll have to wait and see. If you're that intrigued. Magical corpse painting, says Never Not So Clever at This. Can anyone think of any animals from the Jurassic period that might fit well in a Wild West setting? It's for my story. From the Jurassic period. Jurassic is the... I might have one for you. No, it's from the Cretaceous period. You think? How about Ceratosaurus? That's a Jurassic creature, isn't it? Let me double check on that. Yeah. Ceratosaurus. You got the horn, classic, like dinosaur. Isn't it funny to think that the Ceratosaurus has a longer history in movies than the T-Rex? Movies and pop culture, should I say. Brachiosaurus is an option, although it may just have been Carnotaurus as my big theropod, but thanks for the suggestion. Never Not So Clever, this says Kate. I can't hide this in an expense report. Used to say she wants to hide it. Something to think about. Well, I need to add a gradient overlay, that's what I want. That does the whole thing. Oh, okay. well, that'll do. Perhaps you could have the Carnosaurus and the Ceratosaurus fight each other. Exactly. Okay, that's looking good. You can have them mate. Funny. You save this. Okay, so I need to get another frame. This is one I did yesterday. Colours from this one. He doesn't have to be like overtly detailed because he's going to be blurred in the background. Do you think a Jurassic World would be possible in the novel timeline? Now there's an interesting question. Yes. But it would need to have gone into a lot of detail about how they overcome all the problems of the original park. Because in the world of Jurassic, the novels, like anyone can make dinosaurs if they have the right technology. So perhaps someone managed to do it. Yeah, it couldn't happen on Isla Nublar unless they... Well, I mean, I guess it could if it happened years later. The DX virus was caused by them feeding them sheep's milk, was it? They were feeding the dinosaurs something like sheep or goat's milk, and that was what was causing the virus. Something to do with prions, I remember, if I remember correctly. So it's like, just have someone who learns from those mistakes. We've got two characters here. And one more. actually. I don't need that one. I've actually got him already. There he is. Giant Jude. Do you think anything could have survived the bombing? Potentially. I mean, the raptors were underground in those caves. But then again, it's more like, what would they eat? So they probably starved to death or something. Or heck, they probably died of the disease, the DX, because they were probably fed the same thing, right? It was deep in a cave system, yeah, but it's like, if they survived, what would they eat if everything else was dead? Including a vast majority of the forest. Yeah, I wonder why Crichton didn't focus on that. At the same time, it's like, perhaps he would have had he written a third book. Yo, Derek, he says, hey Jack, how's it going? Just joined when I saw your story on Instagram. There you go. Someone saw. Yes, welcome, Derek. Not gonna lie though, I've been streaming for 2 hours now. I probably won't be streaming much longer because it's 1:30 in the morning now, and I'll get this frame done then. And it's almost finished. Okay, good. Except for one detail. Okay, so now what we're going to do is merge those layers, well, not all of them. I'm also glad you liked my fan art of the Mega Raptor on Instagram, says Derek. Ah, Derek, that was you. Thank you. Meant a lot to me. No, it meant a lot to me. I actually, just so you know, I hope you don't mind, but I've actually, my phone, where is it? I print screened the post. So I can, in the making of book or PDF file that I'm going to be making about the making of this, I might talk about reception depending on how much fan art and stuff I get. So I'm just going to start collecting basically. Now, here we go, we're going to see something a little bit different. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this magnificent difference in streaming? Here we go, so I'm going to add a layer, an overlay, we'll do one more gradient overlay. Okay, so we're going to save these two separately. Save as, call it 111 background. And we'll save this one as 111 Kate. Frame 111 that we're working on. Okay, are you ready for this spectacular show? Are you ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Da-dun! You can see the editing process now. So, drop in these files. Where are we looking? Where did I save them? Oh yeah, they're here. Okay, so I want my average time frame for these is 10 seconds. and then that means I rarely go over 10 seconds. And then what I like to do is add Kate on top. Oh no, I don't want to add Kate on top yet. No, I've got another thing to do first. So we go to effects. You probably won't be able to see the window for the effects. It comes up in a separate window. But anyway, so effects, and then I go on to add an effect. Go old film. Now you're going to see it go like this. Right? You've got old movie effect. But the thing about this editing software is you can take the black and white off. Take the shake off. Take the lines off. Now what it does is, because the helicopter's rotor blades are meant to be whirring, you do that and it looks like it's flashing and it's got bits flying everywhere. But now what we want to do is take off the flicker and just have the bits like this, so it looks like stuff is being thrown up in the air. Now, do we want spots? Let me just see what this looks like with spots. Alright, so now we've got this frame of like, that looks like bits are flying in the air. What we actually want to do this, paste it, put it on top. So we've got two layers of this. We go back into effects and we, on the bottom one, sorry, and we delete the effects on that. So now the top one, it'll still look the same. What we want to do is on the top one is do a transparency, so it goes like see-through, and then that cuts down the bits a bit more. Then when I press play, it doesn't look as in your face. But there's another problem, so I'll explain that in a minute. So first I export this video file. We'll call this 111 windy. We will, you know, HD, all that nonsense. We'll create it, and you can see the green bar at the bottom shows you how far the progress is going. So we just wait for that to be done. Okay, so now we're going to delete these two. I'm going to import oh no, where did I just save that? Where did I just save that? Okay, I saved it in the wrong place. Okay, there we go. We've got it. Okay, so we've got it in there now. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put the picture back down, put the video on top of it, drag bottom one so the picture's the same length. Then we're going to go back into effects on the top layer. We're going to crop. We're going to crop it to about there, because that's where the helicopter is. We may, yeah, I'll leave it like that. Now it should hopefully just be windy. Oh no, you can kind of see Maybe if I up the brightness a little bit. Not by that much. Okay, maybe that didn't work how I was expecting. Oh, you know how we can do this. So scrap all that. Scrap all that. We go back into Photoshop. We open up background. We then delete using the rubber. Take that opacity down. We essentially just make that maybe. No, actually, it needs to be blockier than that, doesn't it? So maybe if draw it out. Yes. Yeah, like that. Now save this as a separate file. Actually, it would be better actually to do it the opposite way. Save this as 111. Call it foreground. Okay, now we go back to the editing. Let's delete that. Let's add the video we did a minute ago. Again, so it should have all the bits. Can't see it on the preview version because the preview version's like a lower resolution. Anyway, we add the top layer. Okay, that's good. Any effects on there, did we? No. Okay, now we add Kate. That, and then we add the bars. There's very subtle animation. Oh, actually, there is something else I could do in the time being. I go put those two up and then add in cloud file. Got a cloud in the background. Added dust effects. I animate that, so this is how. You won't be able to see this, but I show you how this works. Got the cloud. Oh wait, where is it? Oh wait, I just saw it. Look at me. There it is. You can see it's very subtle. I put it just behind Claire. Claire, what am I talking about? Kate. You want Claire and Claire. Kate. Clayton. In the background, I don't know if you guys are going to see this very well, but there is a cloud moving in the background as well. Okay, so go back into effects on the bars. I just need to stretch those out. Okay, and then now, Jack, what's your favourite dinosaur? I feel like I've asked this before, but I don't remember, says Titan. T-Rex, probably. Just standard dinosaur. I don't really have a favourite. Used to say T-Rex a lot, but it's just like a go-to answer. Right, so let's save this in the right location this time. Episode 3, frame 111. Okay, create. Let's see how this looks, because what I can do is open it in Photoshop. Need to go across to Photoshop so you guys can see. Open it up. Okay, let's see what we've got. Oh, that is so subtle. Barely noticeable. I barely notice it, but it's there. If I move it quick, you might be able to see the cloud moves behind, and there are bits on the chopper. Maybe it needs to be a little bit more defined. So let's go back to the editing. Now the difference here is we can add more old film to okay, so it might look a bit crazy there now. It's like a rave going on behind her. And what we do in this situation is we raise everything up a level, and then we add the picture background, and then we just take the opacity down on the transparency of this frame here. The flicker might actually add like a bit of propeller blade motion. Yeah, it's like almost see the propeller blades. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's export this again then. Oh, better close it in this one. In Photoshop. Not quite the same thing. We'll overwrite it. Overwrite that file. What are you guys saying? Mutant, like seeing the Dimetrodon in the last chapter. Thank you very much, Mutant. Welcome. Okay, so let's go back to Photoshop. I'm just going to save this. Okay, let's open up frame and let's have a look. See what we've got. Oh, see, that's better. It's better because there's like just a slight flicker from the rotor blades. That's really, yeah, that's good. Okay, there we go, guys. That was tonight's stream. 2 hours 20 minutes, and I know a little bit was done off screen when you got here, like the helicopter was done and stuff, but there we go. Just trying to think. There's not really any other character I can put there, so I'm trying to think, should I add in the pilot? Nah, that's all good. That'll do. Makes sense. Yeah, anyway guys, I hope you've enjoyed tonight's stream. It's been a pleasure, as always. And it's now 2 o'clock in the morning, so I'm going to hit the hay. But before I go, I have one more thing to say.
Let's Cooper! Drop it!